And that policy updated.
For a free rate quote, visit geico.com to see how much you could save. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to the show, folks. I am your host, Fred Dreyer, along with Michael Horn here. We're talking about Obama's union speech last night, State of the Union, and also about the number one campaign weapon, and that was, he rolled it out last night, and that was class warfare, using the tax code, separating people who he wants to subjugate against those who are prospering. The next question is that we have an election coming up this November. We've got two candidates that are it probably comes down, I'll say three candidates, certainly, Santorum, Newt, and Mitt. But right now it's Mitt and Newt going head to head, with this, with the duties of trying to get the attention of the base down there in Florida. I want to play for you now Newt, what he had to say about this class warfare. Tommy, give me number 2.
What you saw the president do is lay down a campaign speech, which is how he's going to run this year. He's going to run as a left-wing populist on class warfare, and he's going to try to find a way to say that big government is a better solution than free markets. I think that'll be a real dividing line over which the American people will make a gigantic decision in November.
See, there it is, and it couldn't be simpler than that. And whatever candidate hits that and explains it, remember, people want to know why. People want to know why this is happening to them, and they want to be educated. They want to be told the truth, and they want to feel good about the person telling them the truth. Newt has an interesting manner about him. He's teacherly because he is a teacher. He's smart. He knows world history. He knows American history certainly. And he's got experience in government, I think he's on the right path if he stays along this path of explaining to people how and why and what is happening to them, what Barack is doing to them, and how to best diffuse it and how to think and look at it without being political, using common sense and reason. And I think that's exactly what he's doing here, And Marco Rubio, who is very prominent in Florida, he hasn't committed yet, Mike, to who he's going after. Probably Mitt, I would think. He's going to probably support Mitt. But here's what he had to say about Barry's words last night. Number 1, Tom.
We're now 3 years into his presidency. There's still no plan to save Social Security. There's still no plan to save Medicare. There's still no serious plan to reduce the national debt. And none of these things have been addressed. And there's no plans to incentivize job creators. Number 2, I would say to you, I don't think that ever in modern American history have we ever seen a national leader so blatantly try to divide Americans against each other. Stand up before the country and basically say that the only way that some of us can be better off is to make other people worse off.
Yeah, see, there we have it. And as long as we have that voice consistently now, talking to certainly the people of Florida, but the people in America here, and letting people know clearly the model that is being used against them to take their freedom away, to give them government privileges, as opposed to setting them free and cutting back government. You've got to cut back government. You've got to redo the tax code to a flat tax period. So everybody, that 47% that doesn't pay federal taxes, they've got to start paying taxes. They've got to be invested. You got to cut government. The union agencies, 35% of the workforce in America is government unions. And they're Democrats, primarily. You've got to cut that back to about 15 to 20%, or in 10 years, this country will be finished. Because once you get to 50%, union workers, you're done. You're going to fall into this evolving elite ruling class system. And So right now, the real duties of America is to listen, and I hope Newt leads. I hope Mitt leads, because it might be Mitt Romney. I think he's going to be the guy that comes out of this, but I think his battles with Newt would hopefully temper him and be a guiding light to Mitt to know how to change from attacking Newt and talking to the base the correct way. Tommy, Rubio had this to say, after about the 3 years and stuff. Can we go to number 4 here, please?
He's been in charge for 3 years. 2 of those 3 years, he could have had anything he wanted from Congress. His party controlled the House and the Senate. And what we got was a health care bill, Obamacare, that's killing jobs. What we got is he appointed a debt commission, then he ignored them. I mean, what we got is failure, and now we're all paying the price for that.
Yeah, see, again, Mike, you've got a guy here.
Rubio speaks the truth. I like this guy.
Yeah,
he's a young
he's
kid,
very clear.
Hispanic, good guy. I like Marco Rubio, Florida.
Yeah, he's great, and
Good guy.
And I believe that if Romney or Newt comes out of this, they would be wise to ask him to be the vice president, and to be a voice of the Tea Party, and be to change leadership in the Republican Party. That has to happen.
Why is it when Newt Gingrich speaks, it makes sense to me, and when the President of the United States speaks, it just sounds like rhetoric? Because it's three years of not taking care of the oil spill, not calling a terrorist, attacking people like Fox News when they're just doing their organization, having Scott Brown win the election in Massachusetts, which is always a Democratic state. All these things show Obama's failure. The guy's forget it. He's a one-term president. Let's move along and hope and change somewhere else.
Well, we'll figure that out. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, we'll figure out what path we're on.